A nightmarish experience. This is what Gary Gottfredson, a survivor of a former British Columbia school for Indigenous children, described as his experience there during a CBS interview. But he also said he was never surprised about the discovery of remains at the same school.
Sometimes kids would not show up in classroom. They would disappear for the next day, and we knew that they were gone, but we didn't know where they were gone.
Children there were even restricted from speaking their native tongue.
We were never allowed to speak our languages in there because of fear of punishment. So those of us that were little were absolutely terrified.
It was a life filled with gloom, something not easily forgettable for Gary.
We were made to feel ugly because we were told we were ugly. We were made to feel like we were nothing but dirt. And that has remained with me to this very, very day. I've never felt that I was good enough for anything.
In the same interview, Crystal Gail Fraser, a professor from the University of Alberta, called such schools prisons. Fraser said abuse was rampant at such educational centers, and had even been known to the public. Their purpose was to remove the identities of Indigenous children in their care.
Indigenous communities and families have been saying these things for decades, often not notified of deaths. Their children never return home, unable to get any sorts of answers.
Roseanne Casimir, chief of a First Nations people located in British Columbia, is demanding a public apology from the Catholic Church following the finding of the remains.
In the end, what we do want an apology, a public apology, not just for us, but for the world who also shared in those suffrages. Holding the Catholic Church to account, there has never been an apology from the Roman Catholics.
The incident has sparked nationwide grief and anger about the children's treatment at the schools, and more people are calling for searches to be carried out at the sites of other such institutions.